Good morning, guys. This is, what is it, 4 o'clock in the morning? You know, I'm part of the 5 a.m. club. I'm usually by 5 a.m. I'm up, but not this morning. This morning there's something else going on. You can see a lot of the trucks are here. I gotta pick up a passenger. Morning. You ready for this? We're heading out. A few more trucks over there. So like I was saying, I'm usually part of the 5 a.m. club. This morning is a little bit earlier just because I'm heading out, flying out to the west, and Tyler is gonna bring my truck back from the airport. So that way I get a ride when I come back to the shop. Does that mean I got a one-way ticket? Yes, it does, but I might have to buy a two-way ticket, so we'll see. I'll catch up with you guys back at the airport. He's headed out. See how bad it is here at the airport today. It's not too bad. Well, I made it through security, but I might not fly today. When I checked in, I had to print out boarding passes because TSA pre-check was not working on my phone, or for some reason it didn't want to pull over to my phone. So I printed a boarding passes so it has a TSA pre-check on. Well, anyway, it asked me if I wanted to try a different flight or if I would consider, being bumped or fly out at a different time because this flight is full. Well, if they give me, I'm trying to think of a number in my head, but say they give me $500 and re-fly me, or like fly me out Monday, I'm good with that. Yeah, I had to get up early. I usually get up early anyway, but I'm gonna go over to the gate. I hit no because I don't want them to be like thinking they can just give me $100 and say, hey, I'm good to go. But no. So if they give me the right price, I will absolutely be on standby. So I'm gonna go down to the gate and see what they say. Maybe I can earn some money today too, instead of spending money. Landed on the ground, just headed out. Gonna grab an Uber and head out to a place I've been before out here. Well, welcome back to Illinois Truck Group. I am here in Illinois. Guys are heading out with a truck, or they're coming in with a truck actually. I'll tell you, these guys have got a fleet of trucks. Look at this thing. This is like a T880 maybe? Heavy hauler. It's about our color. Western Star. That looks like a brand new truck. 990. 389. Let's go check out some of these trucks back here. Oh, look at this one. Just a couple nice ones. Look at this one. I don't want that one. Just by looking at some of these trucks, I know too much. I know it's a truck I don't want. Here's a nice big blue one. It's got DEF. Here's one that has been here a while. I'm gonna look at this one a little bit closer. You know, this truck has been here when I came out and bought that silver truck. And I don't know why it's not sold. I don't know why it is not sold. It's a little peeling back there. This is a glider, Kenworth W900 with a cat. I think it's a 13 speed or 18 speed. I think this truck came in with the group, the silver truck that I bought. I kind of picked out this one. Or sorry, I picked out the silver one. Not this truck, but it's still here. Got a lot of nice rides here. Those are tri-axles actually. A couple of these. Well, that's a showstopper. All right, look at that one. That is actually a glider. She's a beauty. 389. It's got a Cummins in though, and 14, but it is a glider. A lot of trucks here. You know, there's a lot of emission engine trucks here. Just a couple gliders, handful of gliders. I'll tell you, the reason I'm back out here is because I'm after another glider. I actually come out with a specific truck in mind, and I know you guys are all dying to see that one. So let's go check it out. It's actually, I kind of went through a little bit, checked oil and just checked over the engine a little bit, and it's warming up, ready to go on a test drive. So here's a little test for you guys. Actually, let me back up. Before you guys see the truck, I want to make sure that you know I did just yesterday get my eyes checked. So I am seeing correctly. So don't hate me on the truck I'm about to buy. When I walk up to this truck, see if you can tell me what engine is in it just by listening to it. All right, here goes, guys. Peterbilt. It's a 2013. It is a glider. If you guys guessed Detroit, you guessed correctly. Got my plate up here. We're gonna take this thing on a spin. Well, I'm back. Just took it on a little test drive. Just trying to figure out, you know, there's a lot of different things you want to look and listen for. You know, just checking the gauges, making sure that everything is right. You know, also any vibrations, things like that, you know, could make, you know, hey, what is it? What's making that noise, or what's making the vibration? Making sure the jakes work, you know, making sure there's not a skip in the engine. There's a lot of different things to check going down the road. You know, how does it handle? Is the steering wheel straight? A lot of those things, you know, will determine that, hey, something else is wrong. So going down the road, the steering wheel was off a little bit, and there's some gaps in the window. I don't know if you can see the light through the door, but I'm a little confused as to why there is some gaps here. So I'm not as familiar with Peterbilts, but there seems to be a bit of a gap, and I don't know if it needs bent in or if it's just poor workmanship. This is a 2013. It was used for farm, or I say farm, it was used, well, the guys hauled, I think, grain with it, and you know, a couple different things in the south. I think some lowboy. You know, and guys, I really wanted a Kenworth. I was really hoping for a Kenworth, and when, you know, coming in here, I was looking around, there was actually a Kenworth glider sitting over there, but it's got some goofy suspension on it. I think it just came in. It does have a cat. I do want to find out a little bit more on it, but it's a 2014 and it's a lot rustier. It's a lot rustier. It was a logging truck, or from what I could tell, the guy hauled logs with it, and those trucks get beat up, and I don't think it's something that we want unless, you know, the price is way less. But it does have a cat, and more than likely it's probably going to hold its value a little bit, but I'm still going to check it out. More than likely this is a truck I'm going to be coming back with, checking, you know, at a lot of these different trucks. This one had very good specs. So it's a 500 Detroit with a 13 speed, a 355 ratio. It's a day cab. It's our color. It's actually Viper blue, so that works out. You know, and we're kind of looking for a day cab. I would still take another day cab Kenworth glider if I found one. So this truck, I'm probably not gonna, well, I have a bunch of trucks I'm gonna be selling, but I have a Kenworth that I want to replace. So, but I'm not going to replace that Kenworth with this one. So overall, I mean, generally everything looks good. Obviously there's some wear and tear here and there. It is a 2013. I checked the color. Actually, as saying it was Viper blue, it's the same color as our dump truck. I'm pretty sure it's the same color as the dump truck. That was a Viper blue. So I'm gonna hop out here and show you guys the outside a little bit. So, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a little bit of a difference in paint right here. And I had seen a picture with this looked like it was scratched, and I wonder if they just replaced that. So I don't like the way that looks. That would probably get touched up or matched a little bit better. But overall, it's a nice looking truck. I don't go for the big pipes. I mean, it's okay, but it's something that we probably keep on till they rust out. You know, a lot of these suspensions, just checking to make sure stuff's not cracked, making sure, you know, everything looks good. You know what? I do see something. So right there, that axle was welded, and that's not good. I wonder why. So I think we're gonna end up taking this truck. I looked at that, talked to the axle part over with Trevor, and I think it's something that we can handle. He checked axle housing pricing. I know what that costs. I think I can work on the price a little bit. I just want to verify one more thing. So I wanted to verify the VIN. There, the GGG is right there. Think we'd come up with a deal on this one. So I'm gonna head back with this here shortly. We're just wrapping up some paperwork. Something that, why I'm kind of buying these glider trucks is, I don't know if you guys heard Cat started producing engines again, or building like the older, well, they're doing like basically the 6NZ, 2WS, like some of those older engines, they're making them again. And why is Cat doing that? I'm not a betting man, but I really think that they're not dumb. They know that this electric stuff is still a long ways off, and they see an opportunity to make some money. And I'm the same way. I'm not 100% opposed to green. I see electric does have some advantages, but I just, you know, I guess to me, my point is show me the infrastructure. Show me that you can actually charge the truck and it can actually go, you know, 700 miles, and in 20 minutes after it's charged, it can go another 700 miles. Like stuff's got to happen much quicker. And even in California, there's guys, you know, we've had guys that come in from California that haul into our place, they come in with an old truck, and I'm like, how does this work? Well, they have a buddy registered out of state or whatever. You know, there's ways around it. I'm not trying to break laws or do things like that, but these emission engine trucks, you know, unless they're new, they're just, you know, for us, it's a real pain. And that's why I've been kind of, you know, buying these gliders. I just feel it's a much better move. Again, I'm not throwing out the emission engine trucks, but there's so many guys I hear of that are just, you know, from new, they're deleting their engines, they're ripping the Cummins out, they're putting cats in. There's so much of that stuff going on. Guys aren't liking the new emission stuff. These good old yellow motors are gonna have to keep running for now. Look at this beauty. It's a glider. It just got listed. It's got a Detroit in it though. I think gliders are definitely going to go up in value, and I think I say go up in value, but they're going to hold their value, and I think they're definitely going to be around for quite a while yet. So I still am not opposed to getting some new trucks. I think pricing and some of that's got to level out a little bit. Some of the prices are just absolutely crazy, but I do see things leveling out. So this truck I'm happy with. I was able to get it at the right price. We can bring it back. We're going to do some work to it. There's definitely some touch-up stuff that it needs. We'll get it running. So it's a Detroit. This is going to be number 2 for us for Detroits, but I'm not too concerned. I think the guys have a pretty good handle on them. And you know, I do hear a lot of talk, you know, guys talk about their cat engines, and you know, they give just as much grief, which, you know, they do if you're not careful. So for us with cat engines, we've had very good success, but it is because that we're not, you know, bumping the horsepower up and doing crazy stuff with our engines. So you leave the engine stock, and you're going to get the most life out of them, or the longevity out of them. So with this truck, you know, hopefully we leave everything stock. It should be a good running truck. This has a 500 Detroit in. That's what our Cummins have in. They have it's a 500 Cummins, 13 speed. The only difference, 373s versus 355s. But I'd rather have 355s. Like that's a perfect spec truck. I think that truck will fit in well. It's our color. It should be a good truck for us. Guys are familiar with suspension, some of that. We're gonna obviously have to put a tank on it, and we have some other tanks that came off of that other glider that we bought, so we might actually pull both of these tanks off, put bigger tanks on, because we actually got the wheelbase here for them, but put a little bigger tank on both sides, because we would only have to buy 1 tank instead of 2, because to split this, you're not going to get very much. I mean, you're only going to have 30 gallons or so, 40 gallons of fuel. But otherwise, it's good. It's a clean truck. It's got a couple, you know, a 2013, it is what it is, right? But you can definitely tell, like, our 2019s look worse than that. So that is very clean compared to our 2019s. Just to give you an idea. So that truck was definitely from the south. They're gonna try to get that truck in, and we're gonna try to change that fuel filter, hopefully, and we're gonna hopefully hit the road and get this thing back. All right, guys, so I'm here with Vince again, and we worked out a deal on this truck, sitting over there warming up for me. So I want to thank Vince again for hooking me up with this glider.
Of course.
And you guys got a lot more trucks too.
Yeah, we do. We got quite a bit, about 120 for sale. So, but I'm glad we had another glider for you. It should work out for you really well. So.
And you guys still got some more gliders.
Yeah, we do. We got, I'd say we're probably good 10 solid gliders sitting on the lot right now. So, yeah.
Great.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. I think they're still going to be a hot commodity for a while. But.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. They don't make them no more. So
we'll get this truck back, and maybe it'll be in the calendar next year.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. So if you guys haven't seen the other video, I was out here what was that, last summer? I bought a silver Kenworth W900 from the guys. So. And that's been working out pretty good. So
awesome, love to hear it. Really.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Nick.
Yeah,
or Vince.
Yeah, you're
appreciate
good.
it.
Yep, nice to see you again. So.
All right, see you around.
Yep.
You guys are interested, if you're looking at a late model truck, you got it here. I packed light this trip. All I got is a backpack. Usually I'm like packing all kinds of stuff. I got my logbook already filled out, scheduled to leave at 1:15, and it's 1:14, so do a quick walk around again. You got that filter changed for me. Tags up there. Let's get her going. Get my phone out. When I was, looks like when I took on a test drive, it does heat up, or it does light up, but my mirrors got ice on them. Let's see if I can get rid of some of that. And guys, I will say I'm excited because this is the first Peterbilt day cab that we will have in our fleet. All the other trucks that we have of Peterbilts are sleeper trucks, so it's something different. But our guys are very familiar with Peterbilt and Kenworth, and I pretty much stick with Peterbilt or Kenworth. And this is the truck, very good spec, happy with, and like I said, does need a little touch-up work. I'm gonna get it back, and I can go over some of that stuff with you guys when I get it back. That'll be a different video. But I'm going to walk through with Trevor, and we're going to kind of make a list of things that we're going to do to it. A lot of the things that, you know, we looked at, so it's kind of cool because we have these trucks. We kind of know some of the weak spots or whatever with them. And like this one, it's got a little leak up here, over there. I can fix that. We did that in some of our other trucks, and that's something that we can do. I know what it is, not a big deal. Like this dash, we can clean that up. There's some of the little stuff, lights, interior lights, exterior, suspension, all that stuff we're familiar with. So that's the good part, and that's kind of why I like to stick with, you know, one brand, two brands, whatever, and it works out pretty good. So I got about 10-12 hours ahead of me. We're gonna go trucking here and see how far we get tonight. See if I got to stop or not. So I thought about just putting it in the wind, see if I can get back, but I don't know if I can legally log that. But I do have a pre-ELD truck, so my GPS is telling me, I want to say I got like 12 hours, but I got time change in there. So mileage wise, 688 miles. You probably won't know if I make it back tonight or not. I was stressing, I was cruising along, I saw the fuel gauge, but it kept coming down faster and faster. I'm like, what is going on? And I made a mistake of not checking the fuel tanks. Usually I always do that, but I did not check the fuel tanks. But anyway, I found a gas station, and we're gonna throw a little diesel in here. But it was dropping pretty fast, and I'm like, I couldn't find a big enough gas station quick enough. I'm like, I'm gonna have to pull off at a little one. The other thing I found out too is the speedometer's off. So the speedometer's off about 5 miles an hour. Got to check it with your phone. I drove only 32 miles, but learned a few things. The mirror heat does not work, so we're gonna do a little work on the truck. Good morning, guys. Did not make it last night, but I did drive till quite late. I made it into New York and stopped for the night. So now I am headed to see if this truck will start. So that's a little concern of mine. Here, just walking out to it, right? Looks like it's sitting a little bit to the side. Looks like it's the passenger side is down. Maybe it's just from the air in the suspension, not right. So overnight it was probably 30 degrees, 25, 30 degrees. It's windy, it's cold. We're gonna see if we can get this thing fired up. There's no warnings. No warnings. Let's just do some peeks under the hood. Check it over. A Detroit always drips a little bit, right? There's a couple drips. Look at this, it's a little goofy. I wonder if there's like a cap that's supposed to go on that. I don't like that. A couple drips down there. Come on. Whoa, look at that. Smoking. Smoking. Pop right off. Look at that. That makes me happy. Alright, I'm gonna let this thing warm up. Looking pretty good. That just made that truck look a whole lot better. You can almost say I lost a little bit of sleep over it not wanting to start. Like, I was worried that it won't fire up. You get these trucks that sit for a while with batteries, and I think they were going to replace them, and then last minute I think they forgot. I didn't even look at the batteries, and kind of one of those things where, yeah, I kind of planned my stop close to, well, there's a gas station right here. You know, I'm not out in the middle of nowhere. So, all right, guys, we'll see you back at the shop. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk more on this truck. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.